Our planet's thriving ecosystem may seem like permanent fixture, but they're actually vulnerable to collapse. Jungles can become deserts, and reefs can become lifeless rocks. Even without cataclysmic events like volcanic and asteroids, what makes one ecosystem strong and another weak in life? Phase of change. The answer to a large extent is biodiversity. Biodiversity is built out of three intertwined features: ecosystem diversity, species diversity, and genetic diversity. The more intertwining there is between these features, the denser and more resilient the wave becomes. Take the Amazon rainforest, one of the most biodiversity regions on Earth. Due to its complex ecosystem, huge mix of species and genetic variety within those species, here are tangled liana vines which crawl up from the forest floor to the canopy, intertwining the treetops, and growing thick wooden stems that support these towering trees. Helped along by the vines, trees provided the seeds, fruits, and leaves to herbivores, such as the topper and agouti, which disperse the seeds throughout the forest so they can grow. Leftovers are consumed by the millions of insects that decompose and recycle nutrients to create rich oil. The rainforest is a huge system filled with many smaller systems like this. Each packed with interconnected species, every link provides stability to, to the next, strengthening biodiversity. Web. That web is further reinforced by the genetic diversity within individual species, which allows them to cope with changes. Species that lack genetic diversity due to isolation or low population number are much more vulnerable to fluctuation caused by climate change, disease, or habitat fragmentation. Whenever a species disappears because of its weakened gene pool, a knot is united, parts of net disintegrated. So that if we were to renovate one species from the rainforest, would the system fall apart? Probably not. The volume of species, their genetic diversity, and the complexity of the ecosystem form such rich biodiversity in this forest that one species gap in the web, one cost to its unrivaled. The forest can stay resilient and recover from changes. That's not true in every case. In some environments, taking away just one important component can undermine the entire system. Take coral reefs for instance. Many organisms in a reef are dependent to the coral. It provides key microhabitats, shelter, and breeding ground. For thousands of species of fish, crustaceans, and mollusks, corals also form interdependent relationships with fungi and bacteria. The coral itself is a loom that allows the tangled net of biodiversity to be woven. That makes coral a keystone organism, one that many others depends on for their survival. So what happens when destructive fishing practices? Pollution and ocean acidification weaken coral or even kill it altogether. Exactly what you might think, the loss of this keystone species leaves its dependents at a loss too, threatening the entire public of the reef, ecosystem, species, and genetic diversity together from the complex tangled web of biodiversity that is vital for the survival of organisms on Earth. When humans are woven into this biodiversity too, when just a few strands are lost, our own well-being is threatened. Cut too many links and we risk unraveling it all. What future brings is unpredictable. But biodiversity can give us an insurance policy, Earth's own safety net to safeguard our survival.